Everyone knows foreign aid is just another form of bribery. India should not take money from the UK, love from Great Britain. So they call it aid. The West, whether it's the US, whether it's the UK or any other Western country, they give money to various so-called developing countries, and they call it aid and assistance. But you know what? It's not really aid, like is being said here. In the in our Indian cultural context, we have this idea of dan. When you give dan to somebody, whether it's to a country or to an institution or an organization or a temple or whatever, that dan has no strings attached. You give the money to them because you feel that they are doing some good work, and your financial contribution will help in that good cause. So you give the money as dan, and then the organization or the country or whoever it is will decide what to do, what is the best way of using that money. You leave it to them, right? So that is dana. Dana means money or aid given with no expectation of anything in return, right? No reciprocation. I'm giving it to you and you use it. That's it. That's all I want. When the West gives aid, there are all kinds of conditions attached, all kinds of strings attached. And what those conditions and strings are, it's interference in your internal affairs. So let's say you go to a loan to the World Bank, the IMF. They will give you a loan, but they will also tell you that I'm giving you this money. Now I'm going to tell you how to use the money. You can't use it any way you want. We're going to tell you exactly, specifically how you use it. You're going to allow these many NGOs to come up in your country. You're going to open up your economy to my country, to these many sectors. You're going to allow this much percentage of investment, and people can from other countries can come and acquire land and companies in your country. So they're going to infiltrate your country deep down, and that is foreign interference. So this aid is poisonous money. It's poisoned money. We don't want that sort of money, and India doesn't receive any foreign aid anymore. It is the UK that insists on sending a few $1 million per year to certain NGOs which don't do anything for the upliftment or the betterment of India. It is all done to further their geopolitical objectives, long term geopolitical objectives. So any aid that comes from the West is utilized only to further the long term geopolitical objectives of the Western world. It does nothing to benefit developing nations. See what's happening in Africa. They have been sending in aid to Africa for decades. Africa is still the same. Much of that aid is used as salaries of NGO personnel. The biggest NGO scam is the UN. Just see the kind of salaries these UN officials enjoy. Incredibly high salaries. They travel by private jets. All of that money that is in the UN is supposed to be used for the betterment of the world. But most of it is used in these salaries and all these perks. So, foreign aid is poisoned money. It works against your country, against your national interest. It furthers the long term geopolitical objectives of the country where it comes from at the expense of your long term geopolitical interests. And this applies not only to India, but it applies to all developing countries, no matter where they are, whether it is Pakistan, whether it's Sri Lanka, whether it is Kenya, whether it is anywhere in Africa or anywhere else. Do not take foreign aid. Develop good reciprocal relationships with like minded countries, and relationships that are of a mutually beneficial nature. That is how it's supposed to be. Don't ever take foreign aid. It's going to just hurt you and harm you.